Hello everyone, let's take a look at homework 1. So this homework is an implementation of the pig game, and it's a sort of a dice game. The rules of the game are described here. So what you can see on the right side of the screen is where you can click on the roll button to roll a die. And so it says it's player 1's turn, and the player 1 rolled a 6. And the rule says if the player rolls a 1, they score nothing, and it becomes the next player's turn. If the player rolls any other number, like 6 here, it is added to their turn total. So right now, this is like player 1's turn total, and the player's turn continues. So player 1 can continue rolling the dice. So you do another one, now another 6, so 12 is their total. Now, if a player chooses to hold, their turn total is added to their score and it becomes the next player's turn. So I can continue rolling the die with a hope that it never comes up as 1. And I keep accumulating points, and if I manage to reach 100, I will win the game. But of course, I'm running the risk of, running into a 1. And if a 1 runs, then I'm going to be losing all of the points that are accumulated at this turn. So what I can do instead is maybe to play more conservatively, and I can hold. And when I hold, this 12 point is mine. Now it's player 2's turn. So the player 2 is going to roll, and maybe they roll again. Maybe player 2 is reckless and they're ambitious and they continue rolling. And ooh, look at what happened. They rolled 1 and they lost all the point that they had, and now it's player 1's turn. So let's roll again, roll again, roll again, maybe hold it again. And player 2, oh no, player 2 is not very lucky. So let's try, player 1 also lost. So player 2 lost again, player 1, let's hold, player 2, let's hold. Player 1, oh no, let's hold, let's try to catch up to player 1. Let's hold here. Oh, good. Let's hold again. Oh, player 1 is running towards the finish line. Let's see, oh no, it's an opportunity for player 2 to catch up now. And so now it's very close. Player 2 is about to take over player 1. But let's see what happens. So this is the game. You kind of continue until somebody manages to get close to 100. Oh no, that was so close. So let's hold it right there. There you go. So player 1 reached 100 and they won. And so that's the game. And if you want to play the game again, you're gonna have to go and refresh the page. Right, the starter code that is given to you has the layout of the page. So you get like all the HTML. You get you're going to be using Bootstrap. So the structure of the application is similar to the rock paper scissors game from the lecture notes. But the part that you really need to implement is the game logic. So you would be focusing mostly on the JavaScript part of it. You do need to consult the documentation of Bootstrap for understanding how to get this progress bar working correctly. And there's some pointers here in the in the description of the homework that sort of puts you on the right direction as to like what to look for. So there's like this documentation that tells you about how the progress bar works and all of that. So make sure to implement this by the deadline. And then one other thing you need to do is you need to make it a screencast similar to what I have created. And you want to go over the specification. And for each one of the specification, you're supposed to show us how your app actually fulfills the specification here. So imagine you are a teaching assistant and you're like opening up, and you should be opening up the deployed version of your app. You would be opening it up, you go over each spec and be like, yeah, that's how the spec is satisfied. Don't make very long videos. So like this has 14 spec. Let's say you gotta spend about a minute or a little over a minute per spec. So your videos should not go over 20 minutes. All right, have fun. And if you have any questions, let us know.